On second down, Trubisky trying to lay one up deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Go.
Now a play fake here on first down. He sets to fire deep. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now Cohen. And an alley to run. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 67 yards. And the Bears are in for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
They're not out and out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. The defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Now Mahomes. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 36 yards. On first down, Mahomes flushed out right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And Butker able to put this one through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And it'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 3rd down, it's Cohen, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he checks this one down to Williams. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen across the 30 to the 31-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball, the ones in the huddle doing the churches, right now I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Most players will tell you that night games, while they can be fun, they're really hard to prepare for because you wake up on game day and all you want to do is get to the stadium and let's get going. But you got to bank that fire a little bit and hold it until the evening. It's almost like a Broadway premiere.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 3rd down, it's Cohen. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's third down. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first.
The good old toss play, and this time they go to the left side, so give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Center, guard, tackle, able to seal that side. But the guy that we don't give enough credit to, wide receivers. They have to do a great job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play can be spilled in the backfield. In this case, everyone handled their responsibilities, and they picked up really nice yardage.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Mahomes to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Hill. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them. Especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Rolling to his right. He'll leave this for Ware. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a third down.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
We're back now in KC. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. The Chiefs on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Mahomes again. Being chased out left. It's Kelsey on the grab. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. And the kick by Butker is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Escaping the pressure right. And he finds a man on a crossing route. The 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, 74 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This fielded at the 2. Spins away. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. Able to push his way through. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Like the footwork back there. I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Flushed out right. Oh, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little wrap yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Trubisky brings the Bears out 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start with a give to Cohen. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. And that one was feels relatively easy to see. I notice that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Lock in. Right, check. 59. Let's go, you tighten up.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen, and he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you said.
He's got it at the 15. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Come on, gotta go.
Oh, Trubisky going to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
I got so much beef, I could barely sleep. Paranoia got me losing on my Z.